Okay guys, if you want to to take a break before we're gonna start this, you can pause this video. But I'm going to start right now. The why and the why nots of FIRMAX3. Again, please subscribe and share to all your friends all over the world. At least they have an idea what is this topic all about. First is the why. The first I saw the product way back home in my country when a medical doctor, he shared his amazing experience, not just for him, on his wife, and even to his family. So that really triggers me, and that also puzzled me. For the product itself, it's under on a cosmetics, right? It's under on the beauty, and in fact here in US it has been registered under a cosmetic products. But then when I check and I realize that the technology itself being formulated came from a nanotechnology, and also it has been processed on scalar energy. So meaning not only the application is, but primarily it's for for permanent lifting cream. Sorry about that. It's there's an airplane there. Okay. So it primarily the primary application for that is for the firm and lifting. It's anti-aging cream, right? But because of how it has been formulated or being processed using the nanotechnology, the other application itself could also benefit on our body health conditions. So meaning that's the added bonus to that, right? By applying on our pulse points, the radial, the brachial. So that considering the entry points to the cell membrane and all the way, because there is a bigger pressure on those points, the poles. So meaning it penetrates on our cell membrane and all the way to the bloodstream, right? So back to the topic. Yeah, that's it. I never in my experience that coming from a medical profession, he believed on the product itself, and from then I really appreciate his considered legacy or something. He decided to share and reaching out to the community, and he mentioned also about even on his clinic he recommends it to his patient. So to cut it short, but I am still skeptical. But how could I conclude if I will not try? So personally, I bought the product, and not primarily on my on the beauty side, right? On applying for firm on lifting. That is the primary purpose. But I have, other some health issues, especially if you are, reaching on your mid range, middle age, or aging, So I applied it directly in the area, especially on my back, and truly I see the results, and I was really amazed. And I give you I was recalling then, this is a side story, okay, on Philippine practice. I be talking to my Filipino friends. They could probably relate in this. Way back then, we have this what we call an albulario. Albulario, I believe the English term for that is an herb doctor. Herb doctor. He uses his way of treating, his patient using the natural method or herbs, and making those a massage something. So I noticed then that herb doctor or albulario, most of them, they use the oil or even cream, and usually they applied it on the pulse areas. Then hours or even days later, you can really feel the difference, or feeling relieved, so to speak. So to relate on the products, how much more if that the cream or an oil they process way back then is using the nanotechnology to where it deeply penetrates on our the cell membrane. So that's it, that's the practice, especially in the country where I came from. We have those albulario. So again, after that experience I had, I shared it to my wife. For it has been a long time that she has an issue on her rest. They call it a carpal tunnel. Same with others, she's still very skeptical. The same with me before, I saw the product. But then later, I noticed she trying to apply it. Then I showed it to her the proper way on applying it. And to be honest, the same night, she never bothered to wake up that middle of the night. And now she just continually applying it. But again, we always remember, we always emphasize, we always put a disclaimer, that the product is not intended to use to cure or to alleviate any of ailments, or even use it as a substitute. Yeah, because our body, they have its own response, different response. But it's worth to try anyway. It is a topical application, You can directly apply it outside, and it is not an invasive way of doing it or applying it. Then if it works for you, well, that is a blessing, right? And so now we use, the FIRMAX3, the product, not only on our health. As I mentioned, that those hormonal imbalance, something that is just a bonus, because primarily this product was designed for anti-aging for the firm and lifting, and that is what we are using also right now. So aside from the health, we use it now for our beauty, as an anti-aging component. So again, that is the start of my journey about the FIRMAX3. And since then, I was thinking, how could I share it to the US market, to my friends here in US. For that time, there is no US office established yet. And if I plan to pursue this product under on my business, because I have export business, a registered and a license here in Florida. Then I consult it to my bookkeeper, because the product came from Malaysia or in the Philippines. And she told me that it's quite complicated, especially importing a product, or especially on the cream here in US. There's plenty of requirements in doing that, and I still have to register it under cosmetic something. So I follow the advice of my bookkeeper, and I just keep hoping and hoping. And I was surprised. Do you believe in the law of attractions? Have you read that? Have you read the book of the Secret? I don't know what channels me when I search on my Facebook the owner of the RF3 World, who is Mr. Nasuri. Yeah, I presented to him about my status, about my situation, and personally I asked if there will be any plans of putting up a US corporate office. You know what? The law of attraction, he just told me that they already have, and at the same month, I believe that as late as of October last year, 2018, they put up a US market. So just imagine that. So instead of putting it under on my other business, because I really want to help people. So to cut it short, I last December, I went for a training on their corporate office in Las Vegas. I had a 2 days training about all the products. So I flew from Florida all the way to Las Vegas just to attend that training, and it has been also officially launched a month before the training. Yeah. So officially I joined the company last December. And that's it.